Hi there, we're going to talk about our audiobooks that are available here at the Luhrs Library for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. So the reason they're available for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders is because that is our policy. We start at 3rd grade, they're allowed to check audiobooks out, and so 3rd grade and up. And usually at the beginning of the school year we have a little how to use audiobooks for 3rd graders and a review for 4th and 5th graders because these are the digital playaways, and they're an all-in-one audiobook that all you need is earbuds or headphones, and typically we have those available here for each kid in the Luhrs Library, just a little set of earbuds, but for right now we are going to avoid giving those out, and we're going to ask that if you check out an audiobook you use your own earbuds or headphones that you have at home or in the classroom. So this is what they look like. They come prepackaged in kind of an all-in-one thing. So when you check this out, this is what you're checking out. You're checking out the whole thing, and so this is what we ask you to return. We ask you to return the case and the audiobook, which is inside the case. Typically, we also put the earbuds in here, and under normal circumstances, if we send earbuds with you, we ask that you return the earbuds as well. But that's not something we're going to do right now. So, audiobook, which looks like this, and case. Two things to kind of keep track of in return. So just make sure that after you listen to the audiobook, you always put it back inside of the case and close the case so that you know that this is something that needs to go back to the library. If you lose either part of these, you'll need to replace it. Obviously, just replacing the case is much cheaper than replacing the entire digital audiobook. These cost anywhere between $35 and $85 for us to purchase for the library. So if you break or lose one of these, it is pretty costly to replace. Okay, that being said, the instructions for using these are on the inside of the cases. So when you get them, it is in here. Obviously, we have paper covering that for our due dates. If you're very careful, you can pull the inside out to read them as long as it goes back in. Now, we have two different types of audiobooks, two different styles. This style is a little bit of an older style, as you can see, and this style is one of our newer styles. But they pretty much work the same way. You power them on by pressing the power button, and as you can see, that turns on. This power button is in the middle, and you're going to turn it on. And I don't know if you can see, but it is also a digital, and it shows you the time in here. This one is a bigger one, and it shows you that in here. So these work pretty much the same, where on this one, we'll just do this one first, we have play, fast forward, either quickly or by chapter, and reverse. This is the volume down and volume up, and we have a couple of other buttons that they really don't need to worry much with, but you can control the speed of the voice and make it go faster or slower. And again, all of that information is right here. This is an equalizer, which isn't really going to do much for the kids. So faster or slower, volume down and up, fast reverse, and fast forward. So you can reverse by chapter or just kind of zip through. If it's not on the beginning chapter, you're going to want to go back until you hit the word intro. Once intro is in here, you can go ahead and hit play to listen to the book. Now, you're not going to hear anything until you put your headphones in. So the headphones will go in the headphone jack in the side, and you'll be able to hear your book. So all of that on this one is also right here, right on the front. As I said, this is a slightly older version, and if you want to pause, you need to pause it. When you are done listening, you need to hold the power button, hold it until it says, it counts down, 1, 2, 3, and it says off. It'll say off, it'll say bye. Hold it down until it does that. If you don't turn it off the entire way, then it is still using battery, and the batteries will die very, very quickly. That being said, if a battery does die when you have one of these checked out, we really do ask that you bring this in or notify us and allow us to change the battery for this. These tops are a little bit hard to pry off, and they're kind of difficult to make sure they're on properly. And the problem is, if they're not on properly, we've had a lot of these come off when kids are listening, and then they get lost. The problem with them getting lost is we can replace some of these lids, we can't replace all of them. And if we can't replace the lid, that means we have to replace the entire thing. And like I said at the beginning of this video, that can be very costly. So make sure that if you need to replace the battery, just let us do it. And we absorb the cost of the battery, and then it is our responsibility if the lid comes off. So that is the older style of audiobook. This is the newer style. You have on, you have play. Let's put this bad boy on. So you have, we are at the intro right here. I'm not sure if you can see, I can't tell from my video here. But this one's a little bit simpler. It's just, you have your simple fast forward, which goes from back and forth from chapter to chapter. You have your fast forward, which zips through the words in case you need to get to a certain word within a chapter. You have your play, your pause, and you have your speed. Again, hold the button down. It will go all the way down, and this one says until next time, and then you can let it go and it will turn off. It's very important that these go all the way off before you put them back in their case for storage. Okay, so we do have a number of audiobooks. We don't have a huge collection, which is why even under normal circumstances, kids can only check out one audiobook as part of their checkout. Under normal circumstances, each grade gets a limit to the number of books and / items they can check out, with they're only allowed being one audiobook at a time on their card to be checked out. Currently, during the corona time here, kids can only check out one book or item, so they can choose whether they check out a book or an audiobook. So if they choose to check out an audiobook, once they return it, then they can choose to check out either another audiobook or a book. So we have audiobooks for interest levels of 3rd and up. We have books like, we have maybe 1 or 2 Geronimo Stilton books. This one's A View from Saturday. We have all kinds of fun ones. So I'm just showing you a small sampling of the audiobooks that are in our collection. We have sports books, we have joke books, we have short novel type books. We have tall tales. We have books. We have some of the Darth paper type books. We have all kinds of fun books. This is called the League of Unexceptional Children. Under normal circumstances, they have the opportunity to check out the audiobook in some cases and the book so that they can read along with the book while they listen. We have Wonder. That's one of the books that we have both of. We have a couple of Boxcar Children audiobooks. One way you can find out what audiobooks are available right now is to go on the library homepage, and in the search box you can type the words audiobooks and hit search, and that will, as long as you have in the left hand column, you go down and you click Grace B. Luhrs Library, that will show you all of the audiobooks that we have in our library, and if it's green, it is currently available, checked out. If it's red, it's already checked out. So that is an alternative to a traditional paper novel. Sometimes it's fun to read books. Sometimes it's fun to listen to books. Sometimes kids don't love to read, and this is one way for them to be able to enjoy hearing a longer book, and that's okay. Everybody enjoys literature differently. So these are available for checkout, and that's something that they can go ahead and do even as a virtual kid. Just go ahead on there, find out which one you want. Make sure we know that it's an audiobook when you email or call us, and we can get that checked out to their card and have it ready for you to pick up as a takeout book. So good luck, happy reading, happy listening. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me at eworseno, O-R-S-E-N-O, at ship.edu. All right, thank you, and enjoy.